Leadership Edition. Today we're going to be having Mr. Kelvin, and he is also known as the Elon Musk of Ghana. So we're going to actually send him the link to join us, and we're going to be having him live now. Okay. 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 Seems it's been a while since I came on Instagram, and so I want to use the opportunity to say thank you to everyone who joined for the West African Young Leaders Conference. Okay, very good. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're waiting for Mr. Kelvin, and then we will begin right away. So we'll try to make this short so that a lot of people could watch this and get inspired. Okay, so before he joins us, I briefly want to say one of the reasons why I decided to have him is because of the last time I spoke about the creative power within man, and somehow in West Africa and Africa at large, we think that the great exploits has been given to the whites and to the Western world. So somehow we try to actually maintain a mediocrity mindset, or in the name of the fact that the great things has been left to the Western world. So we don't want to strive to become the best versions of ourselves according to the hidden talents and potential that is hidden in us. So I believe that every young person in North Africa has that same capacity and potential that is buried in the Western world, has it in them. So the ability to actually make it come out is why we're having this section. So we're having Kelvin to really talk to us about how he was able to build his own car, coupled with the fact that he was not taught this in a university, and he was not even in the university, is still about to get into a junior high school. So this is something very powerful for every young Africans to actually understand and learn. So that's why I decided to say, okay, let's have Mr. Kelvin talk to us about this. I believe it's very important, very important to have him, and I believe every young Africa has that potential to create the life that we desire, irrespective of being religious, irrespective of being spiritual. The mind that God gave to us is power, and then we're meant to use it. So that's why we're having him here to speak to us about that creative power within man, which he has been able to actually expose, and somehow the universe is able to support him in search for the fact that he was trying to make this possible. So please stay tuned, and as we have Mr. Kelvin join us. Thank you so much, bro. Okay, so let me send him the link. Okay, very good. Basically that is it, and I'm going to try once again to make this very brief for him to give us the main points in this. And I'm just briefly going to share this. Some time ago I was thinking about it, that okay, why can't an African be able to actually create something of themselves? You know, it's bothered me a lot, and I realized that somehow we've not really had Africans create things that global world would actually appreciate. Somehow we're known for. Okay, very good. Okay. So I think Mr. Kevin just joined us. I hope network wouldn't disturb us. Okay. Okay. Yo, Mr. Kelvin.
Hello, sir.
Are you calling? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. I'm really grateful for you having to accept my invitation for us to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, very good. So, one of the reasons why we wanted to have this section with you was because of, in Africa, a lot of people think that they can become engineers they can't build anything of themselves because of they are Africans, because of maybe they can't really do as much as they can do, all in the name of the fact that they are Africans. So, but you have been able to build a car. So we want you to actually share with us some of the insights, some of the things that actually inspired you on your journey to building your own car, and which has been recognized globally. So the first question I want to ask you is to tell us briefly about you. Mr. Kelvin, can you hear me?
Yeah, your line
Okay.
got broken.
Okay. So we're trying to say, tell us briefly about you.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm Kelvin Odate Cruikshank,
We
and
can't
then
hear you well. Oh,
uh,
I'm coming. Let me see.
yeah, please, I can hear you. Is it okay?
Yeah, this is better. I can hear you. This is better.
Yes. So so that everybody can know me now. I'm Kelvin Odate Cruikshank, and I'm in Ghana. I'm 90 years of age, and then I'm now in first year senior high school. Um, Normally, I've been working on vehicles for almost 3 years now, but I started with my project when I was 10 years. So I've been in this creating for some 9 years ago now. Yes.
Wow.
So I've been working on this project for 3 years. Um, for me to complete this car that I was building. Yes, but it wasn't easy for me to start building this project. I passed through many problems to gather money to buy the needed materials for my project. But I'm normally happy when I am working with my tools. I feel comfortable when anytime I'm in the workshop, and I always want to do something to save lives and prevent accidents, injuries.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Kelvin. So, um, we can't really see
Thank
your
you.
face. Well, I think people would want to see your face actually. I think people would like to see your face. Okay, better. I think, yeah, exactly. This is okay. Okay. So, the next question is, what really inspired you to start building your car? What really inspired you?
Yeah. The main inspiration that I got was one day I was in the house.
You're there. We can hear you. Mr. Kelvin, we can hear you. Okay, Mr. Kelvin, we can't hear you. I think there's a problem. Mr. Kelvin. Yo, Mr. Kelvin, we can't hear you. What's wrong with this network? Okay, so what's wrong now? Okay. How do I get in touch with him now? Okay, thanks, bro. Mr. Kelvin, we can hear you. I think he's talking. So I think he feels like we're listening. Mr. Kelvin. Okay. I don't know what's wrong. Mm, yeah, yeah. Uh, Sorry about this. We might have to make this like exactly, exactly. Mr. Kelvin, we can't hear you. Mm, okay. We have to find another way right now. Mm, okay. Let me see. Yo, Mr. Kevin, we can't hear you. Okay. I think we might have to start all over again. I think maybe he's having challenges with his network over there as well. Okay, so let's start all over again. Okay. Yo, Mr. Kelvin. Okay. So we're trying to start over again. Okay, so I think we'll have to start all over again. Sorry. We discovered that I wasn't hearing him. Some other people too weren't hearing him as well. So we're going to start all over again with Mr. Kelvin, and then we will start. And thanks so much for everyone who's joined. And one of the reasons why we decided to have this section was because of having Mr. Kelvin from African do such a thing. It's something that every young African should as well learn from. And coupled with the fact that he wasn't even in the university before he built his own car, it meant that there's an hidden potential in every man to create what they're meant to create and become the best of themselves, irrespective of the influence of education or academics. Okay, okay. So that is it. So I I said okay, let's have him come to join us, and then we will begin. So, but I think we're having a problem with the network right now. So we may have to put him all over again. Okay, so we're going to send him another invite for him to join us. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah, basically that's it. We want to know how Kelvin was able to do this without the influence of academics. He has not been in the university before, and somehow there's a norm and the stereotype that says that before you be able to create things and inventions. Okay, Mr. Kelvin, can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I think I get a bad
Okay,
connection.
because we couldn't hear you for like about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, so I don't know. I think it was a network problem.
Please, can you say that again?
Okay. I said we could not hear you for like about 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So can we start again?
Yes. So like I was saying that when I started with my car, I was finding it difficult to get the needed material to proceed or to develop my idea. So we were going to the market to help people to get some small money, also fetching sand from the gutters, selling scrap metals to get some money, you see. So that was the process that we were, the jobs that we were doing to get some funds to be able to buy the part that we need. Yeah. So within that time, I was with my friends, but because they were staying with their parents and stuff. Sometimes when they come and they are working, they feel lazy because it's not easy for them to go to school and come back and work and do those and be doing those menial jobs. Sometimes because of the hard there's parts in it, they all got tired and then they left. So it left with me, only me one guy. I was working with him for some time. Then we were able to gather those money to buy the part that we need. That was the main the problem that we were facing whilst we were trying to build our car.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for that. So one of the questions I would want to ask you about this is what really okay, how did you start building this? Did you learn this at the university? How did you know, how did you come to the, how did you realize that you could create a car? How did you know that you could do
Yes,
this?
like normally I was working on toy cars. I haven't been in any university or I haven't been to
Wow.
any place learning about vehicles. You see, but I've been practicing on myself. So as I was saying, I was working on this prototype, the small toy cars and stuff. But at that time, I was using this the cans, this Milo Conco, and then the milk things for my body. So as I was doing it, I've been using a real car design to design my own uh, work. So normally the toy car that I've been building, I actually look on a real car, then try to apply the designs on the one that I'm building now. So as I saw that I can do that, um, I can use that trick to do this toy card. Then how can't I buy a real plate, sheet plate to start a bigger one? So that inspired me to work on the bigger ones as well.
Wow. Wow. Mr. Kevin, thank you so much for that. Really, that's very powerful. That's very, very powerful.
Thank you.
Now, did you really believe you could build a car? And what really what made you believe you could do it? What made you believe you could actually build the car?
Yeah, yes. One day, when I started with my car, I reached the chassis. I closed from shop when I came to the house. Apostle Kujo Safo was doing some exhibition on his television. He's one of the 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 biggest engineer in Ghana. So he was doing some exhibition on his television. Then I came to meet it. So as I was watching, I saw the chassis of how he was building his chassis. As I compared it to my own, I saw that it was the same, absolutely the same design and like how I was planning to build it. That's the same way he was doing it. So as I saw it and I said that, oh, I haven't seen a chassis before, but it seems like what I'm building is like someone who they have taught him how to do it. So when I saw it, it 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 motivates me to do it more. So it also
Wow.
inspires to work the next day. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. This is really powerful. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay. So the last but not the least, the question is during this moment, during the moment you're trying to build the car and all that, did you feel like giving up? And what really helped you to step up even though you felt like giving up?
Yes. At a point in time, like I nearly go to that stage, but when I started with my project, I was um, motivating myself because I knew that the journey that I'm coming to start is a very tough journey. So I assured myself that in any case, I would work hard and complete my project. I'll make sure that anything that I need, I'll help myself get those materials. So even though my family wasn't have enough money and then to support me, I was able to work hard and get some money to buy the materials myself. So that was what I actually tell myself when I'm starting the project. So anytime I become broke, then I listen to myself, then I I encourage myself to move on because it's not easy.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. So, the last question, but not the least, which okay, but I think before the last question, actually, um, like they say, you're from a poor background, and did that really affect how you saw yourself, and did it really affect how you thought you could be able to build a car?
Yes, it it affects me in two ways, in the good way and also in the bad way. And the
Wow.
good way is that, like, if I haven't been in that situation, I wouldn't think of creating something to help myself. So
Hmm.
that's the part that it helps me. And the other side, it helped me, like, it helped me to be able to think far and also go out there, work without any shame to get some money and sponsor myself. So I think it helps me. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so Mr. Kelvin, we would like to see your face now before we end this section right now. So exactly, very good. Okay, so we would like to actually see your face. Maybe just take. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay.
Kelvin. And one of the reasons why we decided to do this really was because of we discovered that a lot of young people are not in university. Some are in university, but still can't even create a car. But you had not even gone to university, and you were able to create a car. You're like an inspiration to every young African, irrespective of the geographic location in Africa. And you're from West Africa, and somehow there's a stereotype that says that Africans can't do anything. But you were able to do something like this, even without having anybody who is global to even support you at the very beginning. So it meant that every young African can do whatever they believe they can do if only they believe. And one of the questions I want to ask you is, what can you tell every young African watching this and those who watch it some other time? What can you tell them about following their dreams? What can you tell them about believing in themselves?
Yes. What a little words that I want to say is that, in this world, anything that you start, the beginning is the most important part, and it is very hard for you to start. But from the beginning or from the foundation, when you're able to um, help yourself, or like you are able to uh, inspire, like, get your inspiration by your own self, you can be able to proceed to your next level. In any situation, they should know how to they should know how to manage and encourage themselves to finish all everything that they are doing, because from the beginning there is not easy at all.
Hmm. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Kelvin. To be very honest with you, I'm very glad that I was able to have this section with you. And why I'm very happy is because of, somehow we have education in Africa, we have academics in Africa, and somehow no one has been able to really come out fully. We can't hear of a lot of people who finish from the university and they be able to create a car. But you have not even been to a university and you did this. It means that every young person can do better than this. And with the
Yeah.
couple the fact that you're also young, so we're expecting something very great from you, and Africa is waiting for you to actually bring it to the limelight. And thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. And before we would end this section, we'd like to say, what are your advice to young people now? Now you're still young, you know, but what advice would you give to young people at your stage and those who are even grown up now?
Yeah, so my advice is that they should stay focused, and in any situation, they should work hard and get their solutions to their problems. Yeah, so they should also always be strong enough to work during their for their times that we are trying to fall. So I'm actually telling them that they should stay strong. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelvin. Okay, Mr. Kelvin, thanks so much for having us and thanks so much for having you. And we hope that in the next 2 years or 5 years from now, we're going to be seeing you going so global and helping Africans in a whole lot of way. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. Okay, I'll see you some other time. Bye, bro.